I'm going to lose my mind, dude. This is my 5th time trying to upload this video, but because of goddamn copyright, bro! But yeah, guys, if you guys notice a filter on the video or a blur on the screen, don't mind it. Please, just leave me alone, alright? I've been trying to get this video out all day. It's just, YouTube. Hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tyler, and today we're going to be doing our first Cobra Kai related video on the channel, discussing what would happen if the two arguably, if not hands down, the biggest rivalry in the Karate Kid verse, Daniel LaRusso and Johnny Lawrence. Today I'm going to be going over what if these two were to fight, and I'm going to be going over 3 versions specifically. The end of season 2 where we saw them scrap, but Sam and Robbie basically
collecting rings like a Sonic. Bitches wanna party. Virus getting heavy, so got 'em on a diet, yeah. Flex like I'm Hogan, yo, be coming over, yeah. We respect.
Okay, so the first round I'm going to be covering is at the end of season 2, where they briefly exchange and then Sam and Robbie intervene. So it starts off with Daniel surprising Johnny with the door slam, but Johnny is fine and he proceeds to throw a kick while Daniel is trying to proceed to go and try and get Sam. So they both kind of off-guard each other and they're fine. So we see Johnny versus Daniel, where we get both of them just kind of briefly exchanging blows, and when Daniel gets the advantage over Johnny, Johnny immediately picks up, and then vice versa. Daniel kind of messes up Johnny with that kick. However, when Daniel tries to turn around, Johnny just grabs him, turns him around, and then proceeds to kick him. Like Johnny kicks the shit out of Daniel to a TV, and at that point, Daniel gets back up, and they both try and exchange blows again, and they end up stalemating. So at that point, there's really no clear winner, so I would just say this match is a stalemate. Honestly, I don't think there's really a clear winner. We clearly see that they're just really relative with each other, so they're just gonna end up knocking each other out, I think. So the first round, we have no real winner, it's just a stalemate. Now we move on to round 2, where we basically get Johnny versus Daniel by the end of season 3, but except, Daniel doesn't have pressure points. So there's 2 things that we can basically scale the characters from. One is their little car fight, where we have Daniel and Danny just briefly exchanging blows, just indicating that they're still really relative with each other, and they just stop fighting because Daniel's just like, what's the matter with you, because the whole goal is to try and find Robbie, and Johnny's just acting like a maniac. And the last thing we can scale them off of is their fights with Kreese. So I'm going to be going over Daniel's fight with Kreese before he uses pressure points, and then going over Johnny's and basically comparing the two. Alright, so people like to make the case that Johnny was doing way better than Daniel against Kreese. Now, I do believe Johnny was pulling off way more feats against Kreese because he fought him way longer. I do think, however, Daniel's being a little bit downplayed. Now, people like to say, oh, Kreese got that tackle off. But we have to understand, Kreese didn't really go for a move like that against Johnny. And when Daniel was using offense against Kreese, he was holding his own, blocking his attacks, and it was only when Kreese kicked him and then immediately followed up with a tackle. I think this is an indication to us that this was an attack that was clearly meant to overwhelm Daniel and kind of just put him in a bad position. He never does this against Johnny, so we can't even say if Johnny is like above this Daniel based off his fight with Kreese, because he does better, because 1, Kreese doesn't do that overwhelming attack on Johnny, and 2, he only does it on Daniel. And before this kick then immediately followed up with a tackle, surprise attack, Daniel was holding his own, blocking Kreese's attacks, and even damaged him. You guys are probably going to say, oh, well, Johnny, completely stomped Kreese, or people like to say that, but that's not really true, honestly, because Kreese and Johnny were scrapping. Let's not cap, Kreese was in there, and from time to time, he was scrapping with him and damaging him, but Johnny was definitely, scaling above him, and I think Daniel was holding his own and scaling above him up until he did that kick and that overwhelming attack. You also could make the case that Kreese is weakened from his fight with Johnny, because he definitely did get raffle stomped by Johnny even though they were scrapping. You could make the case that he is weaker against Daniel, and again, the fact that Kreese was able to land this kick on Daniel and the fact that he might be weakened should give us an indication that Johnny might be above them. However, I'm going to leave it up to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think Johnny and Daniel at this point should just be completely even with each other and Kreese overwhelming Daniel is enough of a justification? Or do you think Kreese potentially getting weaker, combining with him landing that kick on Daniel, might prove that Johnny is above Daniel? What do you guys think? So this round, I'm going to either give it to a draw or I'm going to give it to Johnny. And for the last round, it's no contest. Pressure point Daniel is definitely beating Johnny. Whether you like it or not, Daniel and Johnny are going to be relative and they're going to be able to land blows on each other and damage each other. But now that Daniel has pressure points, which kind of just incapacitate Johnny, it's kind of over for him. And so I think both of them at their peak, I think Daniel definitely takes it. However, you know, based on the 3 rounds that I specifically selected for this video, we have round 1 being a draw, round 2 being either a draw or in Johnny's favor, and the last round going to Daniel. Now, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave this video off. I know this video was a little bit of a short one, but this matchup is kind of, you know, a simple one, and for my first Cobra Kai video, I definitely wanted to talk about it. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, share with your friends, you know, etc. Subscribe if you are new and hit the bell icon. That way you are constantly updated when I upload. Go check out my community tab to go and see updates. And be sure to follow my Twitter. I'm going to catch you all in the next video. Peace out. Stay safe, everybody.